What up, Earthlings? It's your man, the Machine here. This is my video first take of Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, it is spoiler-free, so no worries. Right off the rip, let me explain. My video reviews come through a bit after the game release. This is because I'm just a regular Joe, an average dude just like you. All my videos are about is my opinion on whether or not I'm happy paying my hard-earned cash for the game. Am I enjoying it or not? Simple as that. Do with that information as you will. Being a very big fan of Marvel's Spider-Man, I expected a lot of fan service and stupid fun gameplay out of Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I'm not disappointed. Let's talk about the looks first. Of course, follows the same art style of MS, so looks aren't to be knocked. The city looks crisp, it's clean, it feels like something that you can walk around in real life. Now, it looks hyper-realistic, kind of like a comic book come to life, but a touch better, I would say. It kind of gives it that cool, surreal feeling. But of course, zooming in will reveal some odd graphical anomalies. I don't know, personally, I like it. I wish I could see this way all the time in the real world without having to fry my brain on LSD. Now, gameplay doesn't stray away from MS, it's more of the same, and that's good. It's a very fun to play beat 'em up. You got a few tricks in here and there up your sleeve. If you've not played Marvel Spider-Man, the closest experience would have to be the Batman Arkham series, although with more aerial acrobatics. That's expected from the webheads. However, trying to just mash buttons won't work, just like in Batman. Timing is everything. Timing is life. When it comes to the suit and tech upgrades, I'm not going to get into it too much. I mean, if you played any beat 'em up, you know how that works. You beat 'em up, upgrade your character in tech, beat 'em up better, wash, rinse and repeat. The origins are nearly exactly alike. Both Miles and Pete were bitten by spiders. Pete's was radioactive, where Miles's was genetically engineered in an off-corp lab. That's what makes the gameplay slightly and yet massively different between the two. It's the same gameplay between both games, but Miles has, in my opinion, a better arsenal. You know, he doesn't really fight as well as Pete does, but his arsenal of bioweaponry plus tech, it's good. You know, the subtle differences between Miles and Peter, what makes the games stand apart from each other and makes them great. Where Pete is fluid and sure and is swinging off the rip. You know, we've been introduced to him and he's slightly older. He's been at the game for a minute. Miles feels a bit shaky, dare I say jittery. I'm not sure of his step, more like he's going along for the ride, so to speak. When he's swinging, I don't know. I mean, you got to play it for yourself to get what I mean. It's also visual. It's a small visual detail between Pete swinging and Miles swinging. You just have to experience it for yourself. Now, Miles is the junior spider. In other words, he tends to flick through the air, again, oddly in such an unpredictable manner. Now, being the junior doesn't make him weak. Even before upgrading suits and mods, Miles still packs a punch that feels solid and nice. Add the bioelectric power and invisibility to that, well, you have a better Spider-Man. Like I say, it's just my humble opinion. This is where those two different spiders comes into effect. Miles' genetically engineered little beastie had some extra perks built into it that makes Miles a more powerful Spider-Man. Stronger physically if they were to get into a fist fight straight up. I don't know. That's still up for debate. Pete would probably whoop his ass on that one. But, you know, so I finished the main story, and the final battle, all I can say is, wow. I mean, like I said, no spoilers, right? But it's a doozy. I won't spoil it for you, but it damn near made a nigga cry. So, after you finish the main story, stay tuned after the credits, because in true Marvel fashion, the after credits scene is pretty good. So, you know, that's how my videos work. Just my personal opinion on Spider-Man Miles Morales. Well worth the money and time to add to the collection. A quick playthrough, it's good. It's not a harmful experience. The expansion of the Marvel Spider-Man universe is well thought out, I think, and well timed. Had it been an add-on DLC to Marvel Spider-Man, I don't think it would have resonated as much, and it probably would have just come off as dragging on. But you had Marvel Spider-Man with the 5 DLC that was released, and then give it a break, and then along comes Miles Morales. So there you go. The break in between the releases is a genius marketing. Now, let me add this here. I do identify with Miles as a character. I know that's going to come up. And I identify with him not because he's black. Being black is not a character trait. It's just happenstance. Now, I feel in tune with Miles dealing with losing his father, trying to help his mother move on in life. I connected to the character via the interest in creating music. There's this cool little thing he does if you just sit still for a minute and he starts beatboxing, coming up with a beat in his head. Hey, I do that in real life myself. So what makes Miles work as a character is that it doesn't alienate Peter Parker. They're two different people with different lives and different issues. Matter of fact, Pete plays a role in introducing all of us as an audience to Miles. Sort of like Pete put him over in pro wrestling terms. Pete has proven to be a real mentor character by helping Miles find his path. If you found this first take entertaining, or you have something to add, or you want to state your opinion, it's all good. Even if you disagree with me, fight me in the comments. Hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more on more games. I appreciate you. Until my next vid, hit that like button. Be cool like Peter Parker and Miles to each other. And good gaming.